teams are launching the ball downwards.
Yeah. There's some really great energy on the benches today, both from York and Lancaster. It should be a very exciting matchup. Okay, so currently we're serving for the warm-up.
So let's explain the warm-up first, I think.
All right, yeah.
So first of all, to get the players nice and warm, get their shoulders all ready. They go through 4 minutes of hitting through four. So the base position of four, which is on the front left of the court. Front left, right?
Yeah.
Front left of the court. Get to the front left of the court, absolutely slamming down balls, get the shoulders warm. They then go through 4 minutes of hitting through two, which is the front right of the court, indicating the opposite position. And they're currently right now doing 2 minutes of serving, I believe. Absolutely firing balls out. That one just out.
Oh,
but
God,
it's okay,
yeah.
they're warming up.
Yeah, both teams are looking in really good shape. These serves are very powerful, very calculated.
Hopefully it will be a good way to start the game with these serves that they're doing right now. Hopefully they stay warm, they stay prepared. And it looks like the referee is indicating them to start soon.
Yes, should happen any minute now.
And I must say, Lucas, the atmosphere in this arena is incredible right now.
I
There's
know.
at least 200 people right here.
Yeah, I would say so. I am very, very excited.
Everyone
Volleyball is a sport of intensity and great energy, and I can't wait for everyone to witness that today.
Exactly. I mean, you see at least half the crowd have signs that they've all made at home. I see a drum set, I see a few speakerphones.
Yeah.
Everybody has everything for this game.
You can feel the energy, it's great.
But I mean, the netball on the other arena, they're being loud as
Yeah.
hell. They are doing really, really
Overall,
well.
there's a lot of energy at Roses this year. It's going to be a good one.
And there we go. It looks like serving is just finished. So they're going to go into about a minute of a little team talk. Just go over the strategy, see the lineup for the first set. And already you can hear Lancaster shouting their hearts out before the game has even started. It's a good way to see how the game is going to be played with them on the sidelines.
Yeah, big time.
And York in response with the classic Yorkshire chant there, the very, very infamous Roses chant that I think a lot of other teams have adapted now just because of how intense volleyball
Most
is as a
definitely.
club.
Right, should we get into the lineups for today? So, for Lancaster, we have Simon, who will be Lancaster's libero today. We have Alan, who will be middle. Connor, who is an outside. Samuel, who is also libero. Yian, who is also an opposite. Sam Lau, who is a middle. Costas, who is Lancaster's setter and captain. Ahmet, who is an outside. Tommy, who's a middle. Julian, who's a setter. And Harry, who is also an outside.
Nice. And for the York side, we've got Jonah starting as the libero #1, James as the middle #3, Jake Edwards, the setter and the captain as well. So copying Lancaster there potentially as #4. We've got Ollie as potentially a starting opposite in #8, shirt 8 there, should I say rather. We've got Chris, #11, Moses, the middle, #14. We've got Yat as the outside, #17. Peter, potentially playing as a libero today, I'm not too sure, as #22. And we've got some M2 players who are coming up. Oh, I don't know if they can hear me right now, it's so loud.
No, the energy is brilliant. We're about to get started.
I'll continue anyways. We've got Dan, #25, as a middle. We've got Sean, #18, as a opposite / outside, so playing both positions. And we've also got Jude, #12, also playing as an outside / opposite. And we've got Finley. Not too sure what number Finley is right now. We'll find out in the match, but he's their backup setter.
So, Jono, do you care to explain how the scoring system works in a general volleyball match?
I mean, volleyball is a game that is played the exact same all over the world, you know. The way a point is scored is whenever the ball touches the floor. And what really matters is what side of the court that it touches. So the game is played to 25, with each side, whenever they score a point back from the other team, they go and serve from the baseline, serving into the court, of course. 4 sets to 25 with the 5th set going to 15. And we've started the first serve from Lancaster. Received off the net by Jake Edwards and just not put over by Moses.
Unlucky from York there. Lancaster started off strong with a nice serve.
So that ball didn't cross the plane of the net, unfortunately. Dropped on York's side, which means it's Lancaster's point. 1-0. Number 90 up to serve. Float serve to Yat Chow. And 2 setter dumps in a row. The libero has taken the ball.
Oh, there we go. So Jake Edwards, as you can see, is a very aggressive setter. He loves to be high on that net.
Now, you don't usually see a setter going up to here, but Jake also plays as an outside in Buenos Aires in Argentina.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's going to be really dangerous on the net.
Oh, just out from Jake Edwards. Point to Lancaster.
There we go. There's Sean Thompson already starting his classic chants. The whole crowd on his side right now. Lancaster, 89 up to serve. Opting for a float serve potentially.
Yep.
Straight to Chris Hartley. Set back to Chris Hartley. And Chris Hartley has killed that ball.
Brilliant hit from Chris Hartley. Very well played.
There was no sweat off his forehead there. He knows that so well. And he's going up to serve. If I was Chris Hartley, my highlight reel is done already.
Oh, yeah.
With that crowd, he should be killing balls left and right.
Jump serve from Chris Hartley. Unfortunately, it is out. It's really nice to see that both teams are very much locked in.
I think we might be seeing a few service errors based on the pressure of this game.
Yeah.
You can't be sending an easy serve over in this game because you know it will be killed straight away. And like that, service error from their captain/setter, Kostas, number 88. Very, very aggressive. If that came into the court, that's a struggle to get it back.
There we go, number 3, James Fordham, on his middle.
So I'll just explain the middle and libero setup as this point carries on, which unfortunately Moses has just served out.
Right.
And the libero is coming back on. So the libero, the one in the white in this game, the one in the black on Lancaster's side, but it's usually the one where the player has a different color jersey. They cannot play in the front part of the court. So they sub out with the middle, which in our case is Moses and James.
Yeah.
And on the other side it is Sam Lau and Ali, just to get some nice defense specialists on the court for the teams.
Oh, good cover from Yat.
Pipe option, straight back to Chris Hartley. He's having a hell of a game already. 3 points brought back by Chris. He's definitely a man to watch in this game.
Most definitely. And now we got Ollie Newton, number 8 serving for York.
Sent straight to the defensive specialist. The libero. But an overpass and the setter/captain is not able to deliver that. That sounds like an ace for Ollie.
Yes, it does.
Would be the first one out of many in this game, I presume.
It's very interesting that both teams' captains are setters. What do you have to say about that, Jonathan, as a setter yourself?
I mean, the setter is usually most known as the one who controls the game. They control the speed, they control the intensity, they control every single play.
Yeah.
And being the captain, they're controlling that even more. So it is really a good use of the setter-captain combination.
Big time, big time.
Ollie back to serve.
Nice ball up from 76. Oh, unfortunately, 90 couldn't quite get over the net.
Quite a tight set into the court. It was a struggle for the outside. He made it work, just not enough. Caught catching the net tape.
Currently, I think the score is, if I'm not wrong, 8-4 to York. So York have pulled ahead early on in the game.
Ooh, and a
nice pick up from Chris.
That's my libero. Oh. What a great point there.
Good use from 77.
Yeah, 77.
Yeah, brilliant use of the overpass.
Pushing the ball down.
Yeah.
Now we're going to see a lot more of those rallies. The setter dumps, the slam hits from the outside, the great pickups from the libero. That's going to be very common to see from both sides of this team. Not too sure it's up to serve, to be honest.
No, nor am I.
Opting for a float serve, it looks like.
70. 77 just served. Nice pick up from Chris.
Setter's taking it back to Yat. And the middle has brought it up.
Plopped right down by James, but
they've got to recycle quickly.
Oh,
And it's kept it
good
up again.
pick up
That
from
middle is doing
77.
amazing. Setter sends over a free ball, nice and easy. And Yorker sending it to Yat. And the middle's done it again.
Brilliant pick up from 76.
Another
Lancaster
free
are
ball.
working very hard on the defense.
A slide. That was amazing.
Number 3, James Fordham. He is a man to watch today. This is actually his debut on the first team for York.
He is, yes. And what a debut it is.
Indeed.
3 dumps just being picked up by Lancaster, very close. And they've hit a slide ball, which is very common in the American Women's League.
Big time.
And, you know, it almost looks like James is American himself, the way he did that slide. Opted it to perfection.
Oh,
No,
nice
float
pass
serve.
from 96.
Good hit from Lancaster. Let's see what York has to say.
Oh,
Out ball. Lancaster did well there to place that ball on the back or outside.
yeah, I think York are pressuring right now, but Lancaster are doing very well with their defense. Let's see what they can do now with their serve.
It does
72.
seem that they are defense heavy to offense heavy. It's a very interesting combination to go against. Lancaster up to serve.
Nice pick up from the setter, Jake.
They've got to reset quickly.
Oh, Jonah, the libero, couldn't quite get to it, but it was a good hit.
Both teams up in spirits. They're always congratulating each other after the point.
Big time.
That's amazing to see the sport camaraderie, especially in volleyball,
Yeah.
especially at Roses now. When both teams under so much pressure, but there's so much respect for each other right now.
72 serving again.
An amazing float serve, overpassed by Yat. But that setter, he's doing well.
Oh, and Lancaster struggled to get over the net. That's a difficult angle to go over, isn't it, Jonathan?
That's very difficult. He tried his best, you know. That's not one you usually do in trainings because it happens so
No.
little. But it
It's
still
very
happens.
hard to adjust to.
Middle
James
up to
Fordham.
serve.
Oh, into the net.
And
Point
there
to
we go.
Lancaster.
Middle coming off for the libero specialist, Jonah Mackey, number 1. Against the libero from Lancaster, number 96. Samuel. Number 90 up to serve. Float serve. And it's just out.
Oh,
That was a very, very close lead by York's outside over there.
Very close
Unfortunate for
lead.
Lancaster.
very close lead. The crowds are going wild right now. This is some brilliant atmosphere. Jake Edwards to serve.
Opting for a float serve.
Oh.
And it's left out again. So 2 service errors in a row. Again, something I said would be very common in this game
Big time.
because you just need that aggression. But Lancaster will take every point they can get right now, being down, unfortunately. 6 to Lancaster, 9 to York.
Oh, good
Ball
recovery
going
from
into
Jake
the
Edwards. Into the crowd he goes. Just off the block from Chris Harley there. Nice hits from Lancaster's.
Lancaster's outside there.
Yeah.
Number 77, maybe? I'm not too sure.
Not too sure about that one.
So what happened there? An amazing jump set by Lancaster's 89 there. There really isn't anything less to perfection there, with York's libero, number 1, just missing it and forcing Jake Edwards running into the crowd. Let's see what he has to say. Is he doing it again?
Oh.
And he does, but he just misses. Oh, nearly hit us.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't think we said anything rude, to be honest.
I think with Roses there comes a lot of pressure, so I think you're right to say that there will be a lot of serving inconsistencies today. But let's
Chris
see what Chris
Hartley
Hartley
up to
does
serve.
here.
Great flow
Oh.
serve. And out again. Again, 2 service errors in a row. Oh, I was about to say aces there. 2 service errors in a row.
I think both
Very
teams, yeah, I think the nerves can get the best of you, and that shows. But let's see what 88 does here with this serve.
Costas up to serve.
Oh.
Out. Unfortunate. Top spin serve often has a very low rate of
Yeah.
success. But when it does get in, boy, it does get in, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's unreliable, but when it works, it's hard to receive.
Moses up to serve, number 14. Good short serve, but Lancaster have done well to keep it up. And an out hit by 72. They've done well to keep that up, admittedly.
Okay, so I think right now we're at 13-11 Lancaster. Score might be a little bit different, but it's getting tighter. It's getting tighter.
Referee speaking to Captain Jacob was there about a screening issue, which isn't something that's very commonly called in the Bucks leagues.
No.
But it is not allowed at all, and Diane, the ref, will be following the rules as exact as they are. Good set by Costas.
Oh!
And is that a middle block by James Fordham? That man is on fire right now.
Yeah.
He's done well there. York scoring the points. Looks like it's about 13-14 to York, 11 to Lancaster.
This will be a very tight set. It'll be interesting to see who comes out on top. The Yorkshire crowd is going crazy.
And they've taken a time out right now, which is a 30-second choice by the captain or the coach, depending if they have a coach. I think York do. I don't know if Lancaster have a coach. They potentially do. Anyways, we'll shine some light on the York coach. We'll shine some light on the York coach, George. Lucas, do you want to give a little of George's history?
So George has recently joined UIVC as their hopefully permanent coach. This has brought, more serious training sessions. It's really ups the intensity for the club, as it is a student-run club.
Yeah.
He has experience playing for England. Currently playing for Leeds,
yep.
if I'm correct.
Leeds Gorse, their Super League team, I believe. Used to play in Sweden as, I believe, a professional. I think you can call him that. I don't think it's semi-professional. I think he was good enough. Anyway, he's come to York and he's done very well. I believe Lancaster don't have a coach right now. However, I'll tell you this. The Lancaster setter and captain, Costas, ended up captaining and coaching for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
So it's almost as if they have their coach playing for them.
Oh, and
as this game has restarted, there's been an amazing block by James and a block recovery. And Lancaster just hitting those mean line shots. They are doing amazing on that.
They're quick, they're snappy.
At least 4 or 5 points brought by that. Almost looks like they're targeting the libero. Let's see, Lancaster up to serve, number 76. Jobson. Great serve. Chris Hartley receives.
Oh, and a nice roll shot from Ollie. Oh.
And again, trying to go for that little seam down there at the
unlucky from 90 there.
But just rolling up on the
If that went over, that would have been a very, very good shot.
There you go. There's head coach George explaining a little team theory them as the game goes on, which is allowed, which is a very nice thing about the sport of volleyball, is that the coach and the players can all talk to the team as the game goes on. And as I'm saying that, Yat Chow, number 17, hits the most perfect line shot I've ever
Absolutely
seen.
brilliant.
Lancaster did very well to try and play their defense on that, but that is a very hard shot to defend, as shown by the point scoring right now. Ollie Newton up serve.
Oh, and an
that's
ace for Ollie.
Ace. Now he's loving that. He's a little aeroplane flying around.
A nice little celebration from York there.
Now an ace, realistically, is the perfect point you want.
Indeed.
It's the most that you can get from as little work you can do. And Ollie is proving that massively. Can he get another one? No,
Plays up
Lancaster
nicely from the
libero,
libero.
good pass.
Yeah. Oh, and a block out from Yat. Unfortunate for York.
Now that's an interesting occurrence that's happened there. Lancaster, number 72, used number 17's block so well. He's hit it off number 17's hand, which means that it was technically York that touched the ball last.
Yep.
And Lancaster have done very well to score that point. And they serve back to Yat.
Oh, a bit of an overpass. Oh,
but
good pick up from James. Good pick up from Yat.
And that setter's done amazingly. Set it back.
Oh, brilliant pass from Ollie.
Another block. They're on fire right now. And another block by the
Lancaster with the defense. Brilliant from both teams
and again,
here. but a
block
point
is
for
used.
Lancaster.
Jake Edwards really showing that he can be aggressive on the net, and Lancaster have to watch out for him. But Lancaster just proving that, they don't care that Jake's there. They're still going to hit as hard as they can.
They've got the height on at the front there. They can match it. And they're doing very well.
Number 77 up serve again. Is he going to serve on Yat Chow again? Force him on the overpass. Let's see how confident they are.
Currently the score is York 18, Lancaster 15.
Good pass from Chris Hartley there.
Oh, and a back row
Chris
attack.
Hartley. And he's dug it from his knees. And a setter dumped by Jake onto the setter. Good pass from Chris Hartley. Push to 4. Straight to Yat. And a great up by Lancaster.
Arm up from
an overpass.
77.
Does this give them the chance? No, it does not. Unfortunately, Yat has just put it into the net. Lancaster doing amazing on their defense. Something that I think is going to happen quite a lot in this game.
Big time.
Crowd's loving it right now. They are loving the energy that both teams are putting out just to start the match. I mean, it's 18-16, and they've already put in so much sweat and hard work into this already.
And just to remind those who don't know, usual sets in volleyball goes to 25 points. So we're nearing the end of this first set, so it could be a very tight one.
Remember, you got to win by 2 in volleyball as well. I watched a game last night, went to 36-38.
Yep. It can become very, very, very tense.
Let's hope this happens today. There, another timeout by Lancaster. There you go, the second ref, Matthew, I believe his name is, from very, very nice guy. Men's threes captain. I think I follow him on Instagram, actually. All the teams to come onto court, both line judges all ready. Game about to start up again, 7-7 to serve.
Let's see how York can pick that up.
Serve onto Chris Hartley, very short.
Short serve can often be very, very powerful, disrupting the passing unit as they rush.
Let's hope we see another service ace again.
And Chris Hartley's picked it up.
And a back row attack taken by Chris Hartley again. Straight back to Yat. And that's an in ball. Let's see what he's going to do. Back to Yat again.
Good adjustment from Yat, number 17.
Good pickup from Lancaster, straight to the setter. Block touch. Let's see what the setter's going to do here.
Oh, and another hit down from setter Jake. As I said earlier, he loves very good.
Now that was very interesting. York was very dominant there, but Lancaster still able to keep the ball up. Well, their team's called out. The liberos kept it in. Let's see what they can do.
Bit of a tussle at the net there.
Now back row attack from number 76.
Oh,
and a roll shot.
Brilliant pickup from Yat.
Let's see what Chris Hartley does. Standing hit there. Interesting to think about the confidence with that.
Oh, and a nice use of the middle from Lancaster. Serving straight into Ollie's hands, but it's gone.
I believe that's the first time they've used the middle as well.
I think so, but I think we can expect to see them use it a lot more. The middle is a very powerful asset to have in volleyball, and if used well, it can really win games.
Points. Exactly. Lancaster loving this right now, being very, very loud. Outer system set by Yat, just set over. And the middle again, Ollie Newton brought it up. Kostas, the setters. Ooh. Who is that? Number 86 potentially? Kostas not liking that. He believes it's a block. She's not having any of it from Kostas. I'm not too sure. I don't think it was a block touch there.
I know, whatever it was good.
Using that middle again, really showing that dominance. They wanted that point back, and they got that point back. Now, both teams here, they're looking very, very chill. Nobody seems to be on edge. Everybody's very comfortable, as they should be. Both teams have put it. Serve on Yat Chow.
And a good pass from Yat.
And Chris Hartley.
Brilliant pickup from Lancaster. 90.
Set back to Chris Hartley.
Good cover by the libero. Oh.
And a tip on the setter / captain, Jake Edwards. Now, is that Lancaster trying to say something that Jake isn't actually there on the net? Or are they trying to
Maybe.
just get as many points as possible, as creatively as possible? Number 90 up to serve again. And a great float serve, just out.
Brilliant.
Just passing.
Good. I want to tell that obviously both teams are eager to win this, but I think in particular York really, yeah, they're looking to get that win this year. Let's see if they can make it happen.
Set back to Ollie.
Oh.
And it's hit the antenna, I believe. Yes, that has.
Unfortunate. Point for Lancaster.
Now, the antenna is actually considered out because it's an external object, and the ball is not allowed to touch any external object while in play, which means that it is Lancaster's point, and Lancaster number 89 up to serve.
The score is 21-21.
I believe there is a substitution. Who's coming on, Lucas?
I can't make out the number right now, but let's have a look. That is Ahmet, outside.
Now remember, you
also,
can
I forgot to let you guys know that you can also catch the fixtures from an official Roasted Live on YouTube. You can catch every single fixture this year. Fortunate for York there. But yeah, you can catch absolutely all the fixtures live from YouTube. From volleyball to netball to table tennis to absolutely everything. There's so much going on this year. I really recommend giving everything a watch.
Jake Edwards sets in Chris Hartley there.
Oh!
And he's used that block well. Also here at the net, I'm here to prove myself. And Chris Hartley is doing exactly that. What a great use from Chris there. Lancaster just not getting that block.
It's going to be a tight set, Jonathan. 22-22. Who's going to pull through? Nice flow start from Chris.
Lancaster again having some issues there, thinking it's a block touch. But York has celebrated as much as they can with that crowd all behind their side. I say a good section of the women's twos all clapping as much as they can, trying to get into Lancaster's head.
Oh, a sneaky tip from
Yat.
Oh, off the tape from Ollie. And out again from Lancaster. It seems that they're just hitting far too deep.
Pardon, Lucas?
Lancaster, they're hitting a bit too deep.
Just about.
And losing quite a lot of points at the moment. Let's see if they can pull it back.
24-22.
Match point.
Set point. Set point, Lucas.
Set points. My bad, Jonathan. Oh.
Just unfortunate serve into the net by Chris Hartley. I think he was going just to drop it in the middle, try and get a service ace to finish the set. Now let's see how Lancaster can return this with their setter number 89, Kostas, needing to win this point back.
24.
Otherwise, York will lead 1-0. Good receive from Chris there. Sent back to Ollie.
Oh!
And Ollie has not killed that ball, unfortunately.
Very powerful hit. Very, very powerful, but a bit too far out.
Number 88 again up to serve. What a great serve he has behind his
24-20.
Serve straight to the libero. And I don't believe that's touched hands, which means it's Lancaster's point now. Lancaster on set point here, 25-24.
This will be a close one, Jonathan.
Calm down that setter on Lancaster, number 88, Kostas. Hopefully he can make a service error here.
This will be a very close timeout called by George. We'll give them the time to reset and disrupt Lancaster's serve. Let's see how it goes. And the Lancaster crowd.
What amazing. I really love that about this sport of volleyball, is that the crowd is really, really energetic the entire time. Both teams coming back on. York do not have any more timeouts, but let's see if they'll even need them with Lancaster 25-24. Number 88 can win this first set. Good serve sent to Chris Hartley, an overpass. Setter taking that.
Ah, there we go. Another deep hit from Lancaster.
The second ref has indicated that I believe Yat Chow has touched the net, which in this sport of volleyball is not allowed. To Lancaster. Great serving from number 88, Costas there.
Yeah.
Potentially winning them the set.
Lancaster pulled it back.
There we go. York coming over, having some exchanges with us. We do always love to see the York team walking around. Hopefully we'll get the same treatment from Lancaster.
Let's hope so.
Let's hope to see. Both sides changing now, so every time there is a new set, they have to change size. This is just to make it equal. Maybe the lighting on one side is just a bit better. Maybe on the other side it's a bit worse. So they change every set just to make it fair.
So this is the time for York to reset, for George to lay out their game plan for the second set, and to get their heads back in the game. And for Lancaster, it's all about pressing on now, securing that second set, getting them one step closer to that win.
And I can see right now, Cottle,
and
he's playing. What an amazing duo that man is.
You've got to give it to him.
Now.
It's a very hard thing to do, coach and captain, and obviously being on court.
So stressful doing it since the start of the set. I think everybody's hearing all the chants, all the noise, all the commotion that York are making, and everybody wants to be here right now.
Awesome. Lovely little chance from Lancaster at the moment.
Yeah, I would prefer a nicer York. There you go. York are telling them that they're there and they're ready to fight as much as they can.
We've got to love the crowds. Really, a good crowd can make or break a team.
Looks like Lancaster having some football chants there.
A brilliant spectacle from the Lancaster and York crowds right now. A lovely mix of red and white.
Wow.
Some unsavory language being used at the moment.
There we've got Evelyn right now taking a picture of us. What a great thing to have her here. Oh, an amazing picture she's taken.
Evelyn.
Her photography of all the volleyball in England events are always top tier. I think she's really done well to perfect her craft.
Especially for a growing sport like volleyball, it's really nice to have someone who's so dedicated to the sport and its growth.
Exactly. Now it looks like set 2 is about to start. Both teams lining up on the baseline.
Right.
And the referee indicating everyone to come on court. Set 2 starting up with Lancaster ahead by 1 set.
Honestly, I think it could go either way. This will be a very, very tight game.
Now, volleyball is reffed as best out of 5, which means that if Lancaster win this set, they have 1 more, and that is game. So York really need to get this set to make it 1-1. Try and fight back as much as they can. But Lancaster is not going to give up at all. Lancaster are going to work as hard as they can. And you know they will, and they will do well at it. Starting the set with Jake Edwards to serve.
Oh, and an ace.
Service ace by Jake Edwards.
Just off the fingertips of I
think number 72, number 76 maybe.
Yeah. Jake Edwards is very good at a nice deep float serve, really disrupting the passing line.
What a way to start the set, 1-0. Let's see if there's another ace.
Oh.
Unfortunately not, just gone long. But he's still trying to serve it straight back to
a little bit too deep from Jake
76. I think they've got their players that they want to serve on.
And here we have Lancaster's captain and setter now serving. 88.
Jumping for a topspin serve, and it's out, unfortunately. The York fan. No, Lancashire is a different part of York.
Yeah?
Yeah. The Yorkshire fans. Lancaster setter there.
See, Costa's made very good use of that nice tight pass.
Set straight man here.
Currently at the set, it's 2-2.
Bit of a hunt this time.
Yeah.
York crowd are really firing up now. Lancaster crowd, nothing in return. Number 14 up to serve.
Oh, and another serve out from York.
Again, you've got to have some major service pressure.
Yeah, big time.
To really get the points in this game.
As a libero myself, I would never know how it feels, but I can imagine it's very, very nerve-wracking to serve with a crowd like this. You've got to really lay into your technique here from libero.
Onto the setter, it's an out-of-system set, which means from 72 there. Really showing his composure with at least 400 people live watching this game right now.
Currently 5-5.
Float serve from 7-2. And Yat Chow, let's see what he has to offer.
Good
A roll
cover
shot
from
onto the
Lancaster's
lip.
libero.
Let's see what the set has to do.
Oh.
And a monster block by Lancaster.
89.
Number 89.
Brilliant block right there. Straight down.
Who's number 89, Lucas?
Alan.
Alan.
Alan has been playing for 8 years and competing for 5.
And it's really showing.
Yeah,
that block
big
was
time.
perfect timing, perfect placement.
Oh.
Those 8 years coming through.
Not quite there for James.
They're really trying to use that slide again. Worked perfectly in the first set, trying to use it again. Just not quite. Number 72 up to serve again. This is his 3rd serve in a row.
Let's see if York can side out from this. Oh, and a good overhand receive from York's libero.
And Yat with a roll shot again.
Oh!
But Lancaster playing amazing defense. And Jake going into their own bench just to receive the ball.
Oh, and into the net from Lancaster. I got to say, both teams are covering really well.
Now, from a setter's point of view, I think the setter from Lancaster, number 88, Costas, should set that a bit farther out, but maybe they've got their own team strategy.
Yeah, perhaps.
To set inwards and confuse York's hitters as much as they can. Because that's one of the setter's main job, is to not let the other team know what their plan is. And I must say, both setters, especially number 88, is doing that very well.
Big time. Yeah, Costas has been playing for about 10 years, so that experience is really showing today. As coach and captain, he's really making it work.
Number 76 opting for a jump serve, working very well.
Very good cover from
Costas
Lancaster.
up to set. Both teams roll shots. And a tip by Jake Edwards. An amazing brought up by Lancaster's number 72. And it's been hit out by Lancaster.
Point for York.
Now, was that attributed to Jake Edwards' dump, or was that Lancaster's defensive trouble there?
I think a bit of both, to be honest. Jake really disrupted him there.
James up to serve onto 75. Very good serve.
Oh, very good placement from 75.
James Fordham, the middle, playing front court defense somehow. That dive spanning a few meters, but the ball ultimately ended up in the crowd.
Amit, 75, placed that very well.
89 up to serve. Opting for a topspin, just going out. I say he's too strong, personally.
Yeah, I think the trouble with these types of serves is that they can be often unpredictable. Yeah, losing your team the point.
Do you have a score update, Lucas?
The score right now is...
Wow, let's see what's happened there.
9-8 Lancaster.
9-8 Lancaster.
So, once again, a very tight set.
Lancaster opting for a B run, which is where the middle is fairly far away from the setter.
Oh, and a brilliant pass
very quickly.
76.
And a monster block again by York. Number 14, the middle, Moses Baker, doing very well, practicing a lot of that in training, and it's showing through.
Yeah.
Let's see what Lancaster has to say. Float serve onto 75. Set back to the middle. Jake Edwards pick it up with the libero having to set that ball.
Oh, good cover from the libero in Lancaster there.
And a pick up from Jake Edwards.
Oh, it was a bit too tight. And Chris Hartley struggled to get at the net there.
I think that was Yat Chow. I think I said the wrong name. I'm not too sure. My apologies.
Apologies there.
There we go. Lancaster obviously had an answer. Let's see what they say now. Number 88 up to serve. Overhand pass from Yat.
Oh.
And it looks like Lancaster have touched the net there, which means it is York's point.
Yeah.
Again, you're not allowed to touch the net or cross the plane of the net with your feet. It's a safety rule to make sure that no players are landing on anybody and nobody's breaking any ankles or anything.
And it's very hard to avoid as a player sometimes.
And a great serve from Chris. Amazing float serve. And Ollie hitting that overpass
straight
massively.
Down from Ollie.
With that ball.
Is currently 11-10 York.
Amazing. That ball just flipping over the net tape but not losing any speed at all. Confusing Lancaster's libero number 96. Just unable to return that ball.
Let's see if Chris can do it again.
Let's see. Chris Hartley up to serve. Another float serve on 76.
Good pick up from 76.
And Lancaster have definitely shown that they don't care about those float serves.
72 Yian gets that point for Lancaster.
That was a great pass, a great set, and a great hit from Lancaster. There's nothing else that you can say. Number 75 up to serve. Received by the libero and an out of set from Jake Edwards, just going around with the antenna.
Oh!
And a big block from Ollie Newton. Chris Hartley received overhand, set back to Ollie Newton, and a roll shot.
And a roll shot. Very, very, very good placement for Ollie Newton.
I don't think they've given that point to him. I think they've given a net touch to Lancaster. But I'll give that point to Ollie. He was definitely played very well there. I don't think Lancaster were going to get that.
Ollie is very, very nice with those roll shots. He knows exactly where to place it and can often get those points for York. Moses, 14, serving.
And an amazing overpass hit by James Forden, number 3. Lancaster just not getting that passing unit.
Libero,
as good as
96. Samuel couldn't quite get to it, but it was a really, really good effort from the Libero there.
Lancaster taking a timeout. That libero really needs to get out of his head and it needs to get his head on the court. Start getting his passes good because you cannot let an overpass see James Forden because you know James Forden will be killing that ball left, right, and center. Yeah,
as a libero, it is very hard to counter those strong middle hits. So it's up to that block to really shut that down. Currently, the score is York 14, Lancaster 11.
There we go. Timeout over. The referees have indicated both teams to come onto the court. I don't think they're doing it. Oh, there we go.
There we go.
I believe the Lancaster setter captain is wearing 2 different pairs of shoes. It's a very interesting choice. I quite like it, personally.
I think so. It's working well for him. He's playing great.
He's showing his fashionista looks there.
Yeah. Let's see if Lancaster can reset and side out. 14, Moses serving.
And a nice short serve by Moses, an overpass. A bit of miscommunication from York there. Let's see what Lancaster have to say. And a great defense from York. And an overpass from the middle. And the middle is being very aggressive. Let's see what he does. No,
76 struggled to get that one
Lancaster
over.
Lancaster hit himself in the eye, potentially.
Ooh.
There seems to be an issue with
Lancaster's good from his teammates, checking if he's okay. I think he's all right. It's really important to have a good team surrounding you. I think it's really nice there that they were looking out for 76, but we think he's okay. There we go, reset from 76.
And a one-handed set from 88. What a great set it is.
Oh, but they can't stop James. He's too quick. Him and Jake are working really well to get that middle attack going.
Jake
he is engaged, he's locked in.
Slamming that ball down. But I think he celebrated too much. He's apologized
warning
to
from the ref there.
Diane.
James Forden got a little bit too excited.
Oh, we're going to see a yellow card on James Forden. We'll have to see.
Jonathan, I think this is a good time for us to explain kind of how it works with carding and what you can.
What a great tip from Lancaster.
Brilliant tip from 36.
York are not having that ball.
What can you do as a player in terms of celebrating?
And we've seen it. And that's exactly what Jake was. He was aggressive, unfortunately. And hence the yellow card from Diane. Now, a yellow card isn't a point loss or a disqualification. It's a warning. But they must be careful because on a yellow card, Diane will not be having anything. Any small inconvenience that they do, they will be getting a red card, which is a point loss.
Yes.
And in a game this tight, every point matters.
Exactly. Oh, and a brilliant
Exactly
block
like that.
from Ollie Newton.
I think Ollie got that.
Yeah, he is really working that block very well today.
And I tell
Very,
you
very
what,
well.
Good example from the York team, not celebrating too much.
Yeah.
Not putting their victories too much in the Lancaster face. They're getting a bit scared of the cards now, as Diane
As it is right
showed
now,
it perfectly.
score is York 17, Lancaster 12.
One-handed receive from the libero there. Push the ball onto Ollie Newton. And a block used, and the middle has unfortunately hit it into the net. Was it the right decision? I'm not too sure, but
I think it was
the
a very
decision he
tough
took.
ball to pick up. Very tight on the net, hard to get out of.
Doesn't look like the Lancaster team have liked that. Oh, are they subbing him out? I think they might be. No, they're not. They're keeping 89 middle on. They've subbed out one of the players. I'm not too sure.
90 is now on. That is Connor. Connor is the president.
Now, Connor has
Of
an
Lancaster Volleyball.
impressive resume. Lucas, do you want
Yeah.
to read Connor's resume?
Let's go through Connor's resume. So, Connor he has 8 years playing experience. Playing at a national level
Yeah.
for the
For
last
the Umston Grammar Volleyball team, which is one of the big volleyball schools in England. Not
Big
many of
time.
them, but when there are one, they're definitely good.
And it seems that he is the 2-time gold medalist at the deep dish beach
No,
tournament
I don't
this
think it was
year.
deep dish.
Not deep dish?
I think it's potential. It might be the UKBT, which is the UK beach
yeah,
volleyball
apologies, Connor. There. I
championship.
think this is proper beach stuff. Let's see what he can bring. Oh, and a swing
Lancaster
out.
have fired that ball out.
72. Yeah, Yian struggled to keep that in.
Now again, you really need that aggression
Yeah.
because you cannot be sending over some easy balls because you know the other team will kill them very easily.
Oh, and a good serve from Ollie.
Quite inside set from Lancaster
Oh,
there. And
came off
they've used
James's
it
fingertips.
Very, very well.
Yeah, struggles to pick that up. An awkward ball there for York. Lancaster's point.
Now this is our favourite number 72 up to serve.
Yian serve. The score is currently 20-13 York.
York are dominating their set.
Let's see if
Remember,
Lancaster can pull it back.
set is to 25.
Nice float from Yian.
Jake Edwards having to force the ball over on a dig.
Oh, and straight down from Connor.
There we go. He's putting his resume into
Yeah.
good use there. He's showing that he can play on the beach, but he can also play on a court.
Very hard swing from Connor. Very good stuff from Lancaster there. Yian serve again.
Opting for a jump float there.
Oh,
Out
good
assist
adjustment from Jake.
and a great hit from Yat. Taken easily by number 75.
Oh,
And a monster block.
This time York got there in time and closed down Connor.
I think Jake Edwards has got that block. This
I think
seems
so.
very, very strong from York side, the block in. Lancaster have to really be careful in hitting too
Yeah.
close to the net because you know York will be there and they will be slamming those balls down. So let's see what Lancaster can do now.
Good overhand pass from the libero.
Lancaster doing well, hitting a roll shot on the line. And Jake Edwards pushing the ball over.
Back row attack. Oh, just comes off Chris's hands. Lancaster side out.
So Lancaster clearly showing that, again, do they care about that block? Because they're using it very, very well.
No, they're pushing for it. They're pushing for it. This could be, again, a tight set. It is currently 21-15, but very nice from Connor.
Jake Edwards doing the best as he can to get it out. But unfortunately, that's around the antenna,
Unlucky
which
for
is
York there.
considered out.
A
And
timeout.
York taking a timeout there.
Yeah, I think York already pressing there, but Lancaster pushed back very, very well. This is the chance for George to reset with York. Let them calm down a little bit.
Do you see any famous people in the crowd right now, Lucas?
Famous people?
Yeah, I see there's the club secretary, Maya, over there, sitting with Looks like Ez over there, the women's one captain.
think
It seems
so.
like the UYVC representation is massive.
A lot
right
of
now.
University of York players here to support their fellow clubmates today. I think you could say the same for Lancaster. I can see some of the
Everyone from Lancaster here.
men's twos players.
It's almost like a sea of red.
exactly,
now.
yeah.
Talking about a sea of red, Moses put on his fun fact that he parted the Red Sea.
Oh.
Going back to his name Moses, to Moses in the Bible. So let's see if York can, use those powers and
He
really
did indeed
destroy
put that.
Lancaster here. Number 90 up to serve.
So from Connor. Oh,
Out,
just
unfortunately.
about
Doesn't have the wind from outside
No.
in the beach to blame it on, but Connor has been
Serve.
playing amazingly so far,
Yeah,
and he
big
will
time.
continue to do so.
that. I think he can really make a difference for Lancaster. Oh, and unlucky there for James.
Now, could the pressure be getting to James right now? A service error, his first service error, I believe, at a very pivotal moment in the set with York 22, Lancaster
Yeah, Lancaster
17.
really pushing for that. Slowly creeping up on York. 22-17. Oh, and Jake is closed down by Lancaster's middle. 77. Sam. Sam has been playing for 14 years.
That's intense.
Playing in Hong Kong, what seems to be a very high level.
And again, an overpass, slammed down by 77, but just picked up by York.
Oh,
And York going for a tip with Costas trying to push it over. And he's done it again, but he's just caught the net, unfortunately.
Look there, tight pass. Awkward angle for Costas. He did what he could, but it's an unfortunate ball. Scores currently 23-18, York.
This is looking like York will win, but anything can happen.
Anything
Lancaster
could
can
happen.
really do well here. Jake Edwards, a brilliant serve down the line.
Oh, and
And a
Moses
monster block.
closes down Lancaster.
Moses' second block of this game. And he is doing it amazingly. He is on fire.
Big time.
Set point, Jake up to serve.
Oh,
Lancaster.
one armed
Wow, one
up from
arm
Yat.
return. And the
Oh.
setter slamming it down.
Costas, captain and coach, leading the way.
And hitter, and
And,
setter. What is that man
he's
not
all
doing?
over the place. He's doing a brilliant job leading Lancaster today. Let's see if he can get that set back. Score is 24-19, York.
Jake, it's set to Chris Hartley. Just
Oh,
crossing
nice
the net tape.
overpass.
And Moses
Oh,
again on fire.
96. Lancaster Lib doing very well there. But
And Jonah
and
slamming into the crowd.
both
He's
Libs
brought it
working
back.
really well.
There we go, libero
Nice
on libero.
pass.
Out.
And it's just
Ooh.
out.
And that was, I would say, that was all Jonah's point. He's slamming himself into the Lancaster
Wow.
crowd there, getting that ball back for York. And York doing amazingly
That is a set
to return
for
it.
York.
That is
1-1. Oh! But something I have to say that as a Libero myself, both Liberos there, I think 96, Samuel did an amazing job picking up there. And Jonah, for York, ran into that red sea to pick up that last ball.
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff, both of
Amazing.
them. I think overall, both teams are playing exceptionally. It will be a very, very tight game.
Now, energy is up massively, but we got to see if they can keep their confidence, maintain their gameplay. I see Sean Thompson, number 2, has taken off his jersey. Could this mean he's coming on in this third set
Maybe.
to maybe replace one of the middles? I think he might be playing as.
Yeah, Sean
to get
plays as
some-
both the middle and
some
opposite.
fresh
He's a
legs.
very versatile player.
He does very well. Currently playing for the men's 2s team right now. Previously, in last year, Roses played as a middle for the men's 1 team, and the year before played as a middle for the men's 2s team.
Yep.
So he's really getting his fair share of university sports at York.
He is a
Playing as
volleyball
many
veteran.
positions as he can. As all of the team, I believe, nearly half of this team, half of this York M1 team, played M2 last year.
Yeah,
Which
I
is
think
very impressive to show how good of players they are.
they've
coming up to
really
the men's ones
developed.
team
They've
like
really
that.
developed big time as they've made it into the ones this year. with Jake leading them.
Now, talking about the opening ceremony last year, I
Yeah.
thought it was amazing. But I've got here on my sheets that Tommy, unfortunately, rolled his ankle during the opening ceremony, which is honestly the worst time for an injury to happen. So
yeah, I think
we gotta hope
you
that
have
he-
experience with that, Jonathan, don't you?
I do. Unfortunately, I am currently injured myself in Rose's training. I have sprained my tendon, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But that's not stopping me from being at the volleyball, and that's not stopping the 500 odd other people with the crowd now lining every wall of the arena, you know, representing both Lancaster University and the University of York as much as they
Yes.
can. Just that sea of red and the sea of white next to each other.
So just to remind our viewers, it is currently 1-1. We are going into our third set. Evelyn is back with the camera. Maybe for another photo.
Another picture,
Another
Evelyn?
photo with
Another
Evelyn?
picture? Another picture? Let's see. There we go. I think I saw the camera click there. Amazing,
Oh,
Evelyn.
brilliant photo.
That's amazing. You know,
Capturing-
you should capture her on Instagram. I don't exactly know where Instagram is. I'll have a look at
find
it.
it.
But I
No,
think she definitely deserves a
As we
shout
mentioned
out.
earlier, she covers absolutely everything and anything. She was all over deep dish this Easter break, capturing some brilliant
I've
beach
got her
shots.
Instagram here, _Evelyn.POV.
Yeah,
Definitely
follow
go
her
check
if
her
you
out
want some
for-
brilliant volleyball updates.
Exactly.
And we're back
There we go. York
to start
bringing
the
up
third
the energy.
set.
I see Sean on the bench, really trying to rile up the York crowd, doing an amazing job with the third set about to start. 1-1 in sets. Now let's see how this starts. Bit of misunderstanding right now in terms of the set positions where each player has to stand. Each player has their specific place where they need to stand, otherwise they'll be
Yep.
what's called out of rotation and point for the other team. It is very specific where they have to be.
Jonah hyping himself up, getting onto the court, working the crowd right now.
There we go, the crowd are loving
York
it.
Zero's doing a brilliant
Everybody's
job
clapping Jonah.
getting that energy up. Let's see what he can do on court. And a serve out by
out serve.
Lancaster.
Was that the York? Jake Edwards up to serve, number 4. Let's see what he can do.
And a
Too
bit of a
low.
tough angle to hit
It
there.
was. Number 76 just not getting there. Meaning that Jake Edwards is again at the service line, ready to fire one down.
Another brilliant serve from Jake. Oh, unfortunately, just about out.
Oh, was that commentator's curse? Have we said he's gonna?
Oh, I think so.
Oh, apologies
Number
for that, Jake.
76 for the serve. Harry, this is Harry's first year playing on M1.
And I tell you what, he's proven that.
Yeah, good
so
jump
well.
serve there.
Great
Fair
jump
play.
serve.
Oh, and a block from 94 there, Lancaster. Tommy did a brilliant job pulling that ball straight back down to York side.
That was really good. That was basically a mirror image of what James and Moses have been doing so
Yeah.
far. So I think we're going to see a lot more Lancaster dominance on the net in this set, especially from 94. Standing the tallest on his team.
And a
Service onto
good
Jonah.
up from Ooh.
Chris Hartley hitting a line shot there. Too easy. Lancaster picking up too well. Back to Chris. He's slamming
Oh.
it harder.
Bit too deep
Just
from
stand
Chris.
it out.
Again,
Referee indicating an
we
out
have
ball.
Harry. Although this is Harry's first year playing on the M1, he has been playing for almost a decade. So
3 top spin serves from number
yeah,
76.
his
He's
skills
very
really
confident.
showing today. Oh, and sent down by Chris.
I'm not too sure. I couldn't tell from that position.
Yeah. But that is a point for York.
I think Lancaster were just not getting over the net. I don't think that was Chris's block, unfortunately for Chris. But Lancaster do know what they need to do now. It's get over the net and get it on the floor.
The score is currently 3-3.
Good serve from Chris.
Oh,
And a C ball. That is a set
and a
behind
good
the
use
setter
of the
for
middle there. But it was out. I think he was aiming for the line there.
I think it was very interesting to use that
Yeah,
type of play at this point in time.
but when it works well.
Chris Hartley up to serve.
Oh,
Is this a service ace? Just not. Connor taking the ball. Number
good
19.
take from Jonah, number 1.
There you go. Ollie opposite taking the ball. An easy ball, I think.
Oh, unlucky from
Unfortunately.
York slip there. It does seem
There you go.
that's-
Jonah the libero just not being able to complete the
Yeah.
pass well enough.
it's a hard one because as a libero, you want to be covering line for that shot. But it does seem that Lancaster are coming in cross quite a bit.
Exactly.
So he may have to cheat in a little bit.
And it's brought up. The block has been brought up. Whose ball is that? Chris Hartley taking it.
Oh,
volleying it
good
over.
use from Chris Hartley.
And Lancaster, scrappy play. Great defense from Lancaster. Sent it to Ollie. And Moses again slamming the ball down. But Lancaster bringing it back up. Back to Ollie. Lancaster, great
what a
defense. Let's see what
brilliant
the setter
rally.
does.
And
they've done
Connor,
a
number
great
90,
job.
president of Lancaster Volleyball, nicely places it straight down.
Really showing that years of experience
Yeah.
from Connor there. He knows where to place it, and if he can see it, he will do it. There is no doubt about
Tommy
that.
serving. Oh, fortunately, Tommy doesn't quite make it in. Fortunate in the middle there.
Maybe the crowd was too much. Everybody is being very, very loud right now. Everybody's very hyped on the level of gameplay that is happening right now.
Oh, I just saw
And
here,
I would
Jonathan.
too.
Tommy rolled his ankle during the opening ceremony last
that's
year.
what I was on about, yeah?
So,
He seems to be doing fine now.
but I think he
Which
is
is
doing
very,
a
very
really great
thankful.
job. I think every single player out there is. Oh, and a back row attack.
Jake
Setter
Edwards
is out.
and Moses has unfortunately set that ball. Very common joke that the middle cannot volley a ball, unfortunately proven in this York-Lancaster game
That is
right
why
now.
you need your libero. Unfortunate for Moses there. Hopefully he won't make that mistake again. I think it's an easy mistake to make, but
Unfortunately, sorry.
it is unfortunate. 72 for the serve. Oh, into the net.
York loving these service errors.
Fortunately,
They're
Sam
going to
couldn't
take
quite get
every
that
service
over.
point they can get.
I think Ollie will be rolling for this serve.
I
His
think
placement
so.
is
He's
very
gonna
good, so let's
keep
see
it
what he can
very
do.
clean.
Oh, a nice float there
Is this
from
a
Ollie.
service ace? No, Lancaster brought it back up and a free ball for York. Let's see what York can do
Good
here.
pick up from Chris. Nice high pass. Straight down by Yat.
That's it.
James Fordham is loving it. York's
outside number 17.
feeding off this energy.
I know. Crazy. Yat Chow slamming that ball down. There was no doubt that Yat.
York are slightly pulling ahead, 7-6.
Exactly. Doing an amazing job right now. Lancaster still keeping their own. They're keeping
Yeah,
point for point
most
nonetheless.
definitely. Brilliant cover from Yat. Straight down again.
There we go. Yat is very hot right now. He is loving this. Jake setting him every single chance that he can get.
York are really picking up their energy. It seems the Lancaster crowd have gone a little bit quiet. Let's see if they can pick up their energy and support their clubmates.
Ollie Newton up to serve for the third time. And
Oh,
a great
just
serve.
over the tape.
Amazing defense from Lancaster there. To the middle hit.
Oh,
And blocked.
77 does a good job at stopping that middle attack.
There you go.
Really good stuff from Sam there. Really good stuff.
Again, everyone from both sides keeping their composure.
Yeah.
I'm sure they are very stressed, but they are not showing it at all.
Connor, Lancaster president.
Good receive
pick up.
from the libero, Jonah, there.
Oh, and a tip there from Jake. Didn't quite. Oh,
And a block touch from Jake Edwards there. Really
he
getting
is
his
really
points
working
in.
that front line.
And again,
And a point for York. Very good hustle from Jake Edwards there. As a captain, he's leading his team very well, setting a good example for the rest of the players.
the York team all saying, you can't do that. One of the infamous chants from the UYVC chart list. Yeah, up to serve. A great float serve. Sessa's just put it out.
Oh, and Ollie
has
from the
dug it
floor.
from the floor.
Brilliant pickup from Yat. York are really hustling here.
And a great roll shot from Chris
And
Hartley.
a
Brought it
pancake
up
from
by
Lancaster. I couldn't
Block
tell
touch.
who that was.
and just not being able to keep the ball up with Jake going to the referee right
That was
now.
an absolutely brilliant rally. I couldn't tell who did that pancake from Lancaster. It could have been 7-6.
It looked like everybody was on the floor
Yeah.
there.
But yeah, fair play to Lancaster there. Siding out, getting that point. It is their serve. 77. Sam will be serving now. Score is 9-8 York.
A great float serve taken by Yat. Sent to Chris. Very, very fast serve.
Good adjustment from Chris.
Number 72. Let's see what we can do. And an amazing set by Jake Edwards there. Sent back to Chris Hartley. Let's see what the other setter can do.
And a hit
out
by 76.
This York team is
Harry
loving
unfortunately
it.
couldn't get that down. It's a very difficult thing to do sometimes, trying to get good power on your hits. But sometimes it might go a bit too deep. Oh, and a really, really good use of his. I don't know what he did. What did?
I think he
A fake? What
received
is
that. I'm
that?
not too sure. I think it was an
Well-
overpass, and maybe York didn't know what they were doing.
Well, 88 Costas.
Going to try and keep this momentum
Yeah,
on
he
Lancaster.
kinda-
They're
he kinda
doing very
fooled
well.
York there. Got
in
that
this
point
third
sided
set.
out. Oh, and straight down from captain Jake Edwards. We love to see that aggression on the net from York setter.
Now, that was very unpredictable. I didn't even see that
Yeah.
happening there. But
As-
Jake Edwards,
As someone who has played against him before, he is very, very hard to predict. Oh,
and an out serve. He's
unfortunate-
got too much energy flowing through his veins right now.
yeah,
Let's see if he can keep his composure here. But a great hit from Jake. There's no doubt
big
about that.
time. Harry's serve, 76.
Jump topspin serve straight to the
Oh.
libero. Let's see what the set is going to do here. Set back to opposite.
Setter is
Jake
out.
Edwards taking the first ball.
Nice pass from Jonah. A brilliant out-of-system play there from York.
With Chris Hartley, absolutely. It's called a mailbox. It's almost like he delivered the ball straight to Lancaster, which he did. And he did that very, very well. Chris Hartley back to serve. Let's see if he can keep his energy and get the point.
Oh, and a nice
That he can.
deep float serve.
Service
He is
ace
loving it.
from Chris Hartley, number 11. A deep float serve. There is no doubt this man is on fire right now, and he will keep this
Absolutely
intensity.
brilliant from Chris. He's maintaining his composure even when getting that ace.
Great up from Lancaster. Very, very small ball.
Oh,
And I'm going to say that's an ace from Chris, just to give that to him.
it was tough for 72 there.
Lancaster did
A
very
hard
well in
ball
that
to
defense.
use.
Calling a timeout on Lancaster's side right now.
That was very hard for Sam to adjust to. He did what he could, but when those balls are so tight to the net, it's hard to get over. It really is. York are really feeding off this energy now. They are pushing. They are pushing for that third set. The score is currently 14-10 York. Let's see who can come out of this on top.
I believe they're trying to calm Chris down right now. He
Yeah.
is on fire. Jake is also on fire. They really want to take the energy down, control the game a bit more.
I think a big thing in any sport is tempo. And York, they're really pushing with that tempo right now. That timeout, hopefully, for Lancaster will slow York down.
Exactly.
And Lancaster can side out, and then they can push themselves.
Both teams coming back on, cheering
But
both
York,
crowds up.
they show no sign of slowing down.
Chris Hartley up to serve for the third time in a row. Let's see what he can do here. Has this timeout affected him? No, it has not. Serving a brilliant float serve.
Ooh,
And an
and he
out hit.
tries.
It is in.
Is that 90, Connor?
Is that in?
Ooh.
Oh, I've just seen it wrong. No.
No.
Connor unfortunately hit it.
That was
and
very good
out.
placement from Connor for a line shot, aiming for that deep corner, but it was out.
Chris Hartley up to
15-10,
serve for the fourth time.
15-10 York.
Great service from Chris there, forcing an outer system set. Jake Edwards to Ollie.
Setter
Jake
is
Edwards
out.
taking it.
Out of system ball. Touches.
Touch ball.
Touches right there, right off 72's fingertips. A point for York. Couldn't quite get there for the block. Unfortunate from Yan there.
I think Yan needs to calm down a bit. He was almost close to getting a card there with that celebration. But the York side are loving this right now.
Brilliant serves from Chris Hartley.
Another great serve from Chris.
Oh.
And a monster block by Yat.
Yan struggles to get it over. The York crowd are loving it. Let's see if Lancaster can pull this back.
That timeout did not affect anyone on the York team. They are doing
York
amazingly.
York are keeping the energy. Chris is doing brilliantly with these serves.
Another great serve from Chris.
But a good pick up from the libero. Oh, unfortunate there. Moses couldn't quite get to it. Very good placement from Connor there. I think what I've noticed from Connor is that he is very good at reading the court.
Block.
You can
He's
see
used
the
every
experience.
single shot type he can possibly do.
Volleyball, I think, as much as you want to be powerful, having that good placement is essential, as we see with Connor. Oh, and just through Yat's hands on the serve there. A point for Lancaster.
Now, could this be the turning point at 17-12 to York?
It could be.
Lancaster
You never know.
Really need
it can change so quickly.
to get this back.
And a serve from 94, Tommy. Let's see what he can do. Oh, and right into the seam there, but Jonah does cover it. Oh, and straight down by
block.
Connor. Brilliant block by Connor, closing or shutting down Ollie. It seems Lancaster are picking up the pace here.
A big monster block by Lancaster, forcing York to time out there.
So as I mentioned about tempo earlier, as we just saw, the tempo shifted and Lancaster started picking it up. So George, I think, very wisely, has called for that timeout, giving York time to reset, get back on that court and side out.
Currently, we've just seen the York Sport president, Tanisha Jane, come into the arena, bringing even more energy than what the York crowd were bringing. Could this be another turning point in the game that York can feed off of?
Yeah.
Sporting the white rose flag.
Yes.
I
think she is hoping for a white roses this year. But we'll see what will happen.
Number 94 up to serve.
Let's see if Tommy... Oh, unfortunate for Tommy there. Straight into the net.
Now, George really celebrating that one.
Yeah.
I think that was a very strategic timeout.
Very, very wise choice from George there.
Off the,
he's got his clipboard. He's got his pen. He is working it. Serve from Moses, number 14. Oh, and a good pickup from Lancaster's lib.
Set to the outside.
Oh,
and Moses has taken it up.
Very good
the
from
middle
Moses.
playing defense.
Oh,
it's
straight through the block.
Yat. Lancaster doing everything they can,
and
playing
a nice
great defense.
pass from Moses. He's working very well on the back row there. And
a
off the
great
block
hit from
by
Yat.
Yat. That was really good work by Moses there. Obviously, as a middle, he you want to be front court.
But the chance that he is backcourt, he has played very well.
Yeah.
Now let's give Yat his props. He's done amazing there to hit that off the block.
Because usually 72 loves to go cross court, but he was aiming line there, trying to get Moses rocks. But he picked that up. Oh, and a nice one by Jake.
And a volleyed over by Yat. Nice and easy, but
out of system from Lancaster. Straight down by Connor. Brilliant use of the out of system set by Lancaster's libero. Samuel did a very good job there, getting that nice high pass for Connor to swing down on. Lancaster serve. The score is currently York 19, Lancaster 14. Yan serve.
Taken by Jonah Mackey. Straight to the middle, James Ford having to push it over. Let's see what the setter does.
Oh,
and a monster block
by Ollie.
Ollie Newton with his 4th or 5th block by now.
His vertical is insane.
He's been doing well. A point about Ollie.
Yeah.
He played an ultimate frisbee game this morning.
Ollie is an ultimate athlete. He does absolutely everything. He is such a versatile player.
Tip over.
He is such an asset to have on
Another
York's
tip
team.
over.
Oh, and a
And
good
Yat pushing the
placement
ball
from
down.
Yat.
Now let's continue about Ollie. He's played ultimate frisbee nearly, I think, his whole life, I think.
Yeah, I know. I think,
As well as playing table tennis and
Yeah.
squash. That man does it all.
and he is captain for Frisbee.
I'm not too sure, but
I think he
they
is,
played
yeah.
a game this morning. I think they won it,
They did.
which
They
is
did
always
indeed.
good for York to hear. A line shot by Lancaster here.
But good pick up from Jonah.
Straight back to Yat.
And
Yat
straight
has used
off
it
the
again.
block. Number
Yat
88,
Chow.
Costas, failed to get that block.
Yat Chow, number 17, really, really putting in the work there, getting every point that he can possibly get.
22-14 to York. Let's see if they can get the second set, pushing them closer and
First
closer
set.
to that. Oh,
Oh.
yeah. Pushing them closer to that victory. Oh, and off the
But
block
not
there.
right now.
Very good use by Connor there.
Lancaster doing very well to show
Good
that they're
hustle
still
from Chris
here.
Hartley there, but couldn't quite get to it.
Now let's see how York can finish this set. If they can get these last 3 points, or if Lancaster can crawl it back
Connor's
and take the
serve.
victory instead.
Let's see what the president can do. And
Jonah
a
Mackey
nice
to
pass
receive.
from Jonah Mackey. Oh,
by
brilliant pickup
Connor.
from Connor. Oh, and 76. Harry does a really good job of getting that ball down.
I believe he used Jake Edwards' block there. So
Yeah.
Jake Edwards, a main player in this game, being both the setter and the captain. But every single player showing that all of them are as skilled as each other.
Oh!
Especially Yat.
And a ball straight down from Yat. Connor couldn't quite get there. The York crowd are absolutely loving it. The energy is absolutely brilliant
And
today.
Yat keeping his level head with no celebration. Very cool. The crowd screaming MVP for Yat, number 17.
He is on fire today. Good pass from 96. Oh, but straight
That's
down
just
by
unfortunate.
Lancaster. Harry gives it straight back, signing out for Lancaster and picking up that tempo.
Putting that ball straight back on Yat is very interesting. It's a very psychological game.
It is,
The sport
it
of
is.
volleyball. Is this going to annoy Yat, or is it going to make him even more fueled up to
Obviously,
field more
it's a
balls?
no-contact sport. The aggression you get in something like football can't really be replicated here, so you've got to do everything you can as a player to get in your opponent's head.
Middle swing by James Fordham there. Using that height.
Point for York. A net touch,
Point for
I
Lancaster.
presume, from Lancaster. The score is currently, I think it might be 23-18. I'm not sure if
Now,
that's
Lancaster
correct.
have done an amazing job of bringing this back. Like I said earlier, York can win, but Lancaster
Yeah.
have even more of a drive to win this. Great receive from Jonah there.
Straight
Chris
down
Hartley.
from Chris Hartley.
Bringing it down.
Costas couldn't quite get there in time for that one-man block. It is essential in volleyball that you get that block up to stop those pin hitters from swinging down. Unfortunately, Lancaster couldn't quite get there. It is currently match point for York, 24-18.
Yep.
James Fordham serve. This is James.
Let's see what he can do
James
here.
is, as I said earlier, debut on M1 this year. Let's see what he can do for his team.
A great
And
float
a
serve.
brilliant float
And a
serve from
service
James.
ace
And he
from
wins
James
the set
Fordham.
for his team. He's
He is
absolutely
loving this
it.
crowd.
He is,
And there we go. York leads 2-1.
What a
with
brilliant finish
crowd
to the
being
set.
so hyped up, the team being so hyped up. Lancaster having no option to do right now. But York are really bringing this energy, bringing the sport of volleyball, and playing very,
they are
very
loving
well.
it. York are hungry. I think for them,
And they're eating.
And
Trust
they're
me,
eating.
they're eating.
I think after that loss last year, the opening ceremony, I think especially for Jake Edwards and the whole team, their main aim going into this Roses was to secure that win. They've been training very hard, and as we all know, they're going up against a very strong Lancaster squad.
Exactly.
So they are doing everything possible to get that W. And may I just say, James Forden, you just secured that second. Lost track of the sets, Jonathan.
Yeah, 2-1. 2-1
Yeah.
in sets to York right
you
now,
just
going
secured
into
that
the
set
fourth
for York. He has been playing volleyball for a little over a year now.
Yeah. He's
he
almost
was-
very new to the sport
Yeah.
compared to the Lancaster team.
Formerly a handball player on the York Ones, he has now dedicated himself to volleyball this year, and that dedication is showing. He's doing a brilliant job, and he is definitely a player to watch. Hopefully we'll see him again next year. As usual, doing a brilliant job. Okay, so this is a very important time for Lancaster to reset, get their heads back in the game, and put that pressure on York. I think they are feeling, from what I can sense by the crowd and the players, a little bit shaken by that recent set.
Now remember, the sport of volleyball is best out of 5 sets.
Yeah.
So if York win this next set, they have won the game for the open first team. If they lose this, it still goes to a 5th set, going to 15 points. Bit shorter, keep everyone still active. Don't want to kill anybody's legs or anything. So let's hope the game finishes soon, but for Lancaster, they have to win this next set, otherwise it is done.
It is
for
over.
their open first team.
I think there's a few fun facts for York here that our commentators, our viewers might be interested in hearing. Dan Robinson, who is currently on the bench, supporting the first team for York. His car is decorated with Hello Kitty stickers.
Interesting. I've been on his car. It is very noticeable.
But it suits it well. It's a nice bit of decoration for the car.
Now I think we're going to talk about Sean Thompson because this man is a Netflix superstar.
Oh yeah,
he's been in the background of the show Sex Education, which I'm not too sure if everyone knows about the show, but it was a hit a few years ago.
Yep.
And I think it's because of Sean. Some may think it's because of the main actors, but I trust that Sean...
Wherever Sean goes, he makes an impact.
Exactly.
That's what we're trying to say. Right.
Especially as a PhD student, having to commit time to volleyball and time to his studies, as all these other athletes. You know, you got to remember, everybody here is a student.
Yeah.
And everybody here is studying for a degree, no matter what degree, a bachelor's, a master's, a PhD, or anything. But everybody's still being able to commit time to sport.
Right, we are starting the 4th set. It's currently 2-1 York. Let's see what Lancaster can do to get back in the game.
And Lancaster really showing their power, smashing the ball down, but York playing amazing defense
Free
like
ball
Lancaster
from
have
York.
been doing.
Good high pass. Oh, and a tip from Lancaster's captain. Very, very, very well placed from Costas there. Starting off that set with a 1-0 lead for Lancaster. Let's see what he can do with this very reliable serve from what I've seen.
Costas up to serve. Service on Yat. Set back to Chris.
Oh,
Chris
off
has
the
used
block.
the block amazingly.
A point for York. Chris Hartley uses that very, very well.
That's it. I believe he is 6'3", the tallest man in the passing unit.
Chris Hartley?
Chris Hartley,
Wow.
exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, with that height becomes an amazing high spike height. And he's showing that perfectly against Lancaster. He can tip, but he can also hit as hard as he can jump.
Big time. He is you would think someone of his height would struggle in the past, but he has shown really good stuff.
A service error from Chris, unfortunately, with Lancaster number 75 up to serve their opposite. Oh, looks like he needs to tie his shoelaces, I think.
Ahmet serve. Let's see what he can do. Well, nice up
Received
from
by
York's libero there.
And
And he-
Lancaster libero showing that he is there
Yeah.
and he is powerful.
Oh, and straight into the sea of red. 76. Harry puts that ball
main
down.
Outside from Hong Kong. Hong Kong, yeah, from Hong
Yeah,
Kong. 9 years of playing. But it's his first time with the first team in Roses.
I think we mentioned that earlier. Like, he is really showing his stuff out there. You wouldn't think this is his debut.
Now, Jake the says had to put it over. Let's see what Lancaster can do.
Oh, and a nice roll shot from Connor there. Oh, and Moses struggles in that
A
tussle.
one-on-one middle with Lancaster showing that their middle right now
94.
is doing better.
Tommy makes good use in that tussle, beating Moses on the net there. I think he does have a few inches on him, so that definitely did help her. Oh, and a serve out from Lancaster, a bit too deep from 75. And that puts a bit too much power on that. Point for York. The score is currently 3-2 to Lancaster.
First ball, an easy ball to York. Let's see what they can do.
Oh, and a brilliant set from Jake there. But Lancaster worked well to pick that up.
There we go. A roll shot taken by Moses.
Brilliant. Oh, and it just
unfortunately
hits the basketball hoop on the ceiling.
I think James is playing another sport there, trying to go for the basketball.
I think this is a very unfortunate thing about volleyball. Your arena can really affect, you know, how high those balls can be. If you have a low ceiling, obviously you've got to try and avoid that ceiling because the point will go to the opponent. But no, that was
a bit of lull in the game. Let's see what's happening.
Yeah, not quite sure what's going on here.
I'm not too sure either.
But you know, right there,
I think there's a point issue right now with the electronic scoreboard that we unfortunately cannot see.
Oh, it is now.
I think there's a bit of an issue with the
bit of an issue with the scoring.
But that's okay. We can.
On my system, it does say 4-2 to Lancaster. It's just
Chris
updated.
Hartley taking the ball. Jake Edwards set to Yat.
And a good pick up from 94. Oh,
and a miscommunication
and Lancaster
there.
fail with that pancake. 76.
The last minute decision, the setter at the opposite. Do not know who was taking that ball.
That would have been absolutely brilliant from Harry if he got that up, but it was unfortunate. He is playing brilliantly today. A serve from Ollie Newson.
A cross-court serve, a very classic of Ollie there.
Oh, and Connor does go for that line shot, but it is out. As I said earlier, Connor's placement is absolutely amazing. York has to be very, very, very careful.
Astounded by Connor's level. It is very, very good. Just hitting it out, but you know if that was in, York are struggling to get that ball.
Oh, nice and low there. Good pass from 75. Oh, and straight down from Harry. What are we saying, Jono? MVP for Harry today for Lancaster, perhaps?
Ooh,
I wonder who it could be. Because he is playing very...
I'll be sure. It seems like everybody deserves to be the MVP.
I know.
Everybody is playing well.
That is true.
Harry, jump, topspin serve.
Oh, and a tip from Jake Edwards.
Pushing the ball down onto the Lancaster libero.
Samuel
libero not being able to bring it up.
Get there. As I said earlier, it is very hard to pick up those tips from Jake. You never know when it's going to happen. When it does happen, you've got to be ready.
Service from Yat, number 17. A jump float serve. Here we go.
Oh, and a tip.
Lancaster trying to show it back. And another tip. And Lancaster doing amazing defense.
Point for York.
With a double touch by Lancaster. It looks like Kostas, number 88, the setter, did not volley it clean enough, and Diane taking a double. And Diane taking a double as a rule violation. Bit of issue with the point scoring again. I think the game is...
Oh, in conversation with George, York's coach right now.
I'm not too sure what's happening. I think there's a big technical issue right now.
I think so. I think on our end, we are struggling to get the updated scores,
like
but
the
hopefully...
York President Val is coming over to see if she can fix anything. Weird, it looks like Lancaster trying to take a bit of a water break. I don't know how legal that is.
If you can get away with it, you do it. Fair play to Connor there.
That is Connor. There we go. Mayworking Beach, not indoors, but you know that man, with his skill level, he can do anything.
Yeah.
Let's see, Yat, number 17, up to serve. Serving on Connor.
Oh, and straight into the net.
To take it.
Costas and Sam struggled to connect there, with Sam heading it straight into the net. I think you often see that with middles.
Yeah, the connection is very, very
Yeah.
hard to get. It's a very, very tight set, one that not many people can do.
Yeah, middles are a huge threat, but can often be hard. Oh.
And a good pickup from York there. Chris Hartley doing really well.
Oh.
And it's just come off.
A
number
bit of
96.
miscommunication there. I think what just happened was Sam was expecting, well, I think from what I saw, Ahmet moved in to pass that. So Samuel couldn't quite get there.
Now the York side chanting and pointing at the libero, getting in his head as much as they can. Is this going to affect him?
That might have a bit of a mental effect
Serve
there,
on
but we'll see
Connor
how
again.
they readjust. Oh,
And a
good
good
pickup from
pickup.
James there. And a point for Lancaster. Net touch
Yeah,
from Chris
looks like
Hartley.
Chris has touched the net. Again, that is a rule violation.
And
This
here we
is
go.
Lancaster's point.
Lancaster's president, Connor, number 90. He's been playing amazing this game. Let's see what he can do.
A jump float from Connor.
Oh, a good
Nearly a
pickup from
service
Jake.
ace. Let's see what Kostas is going to do here. Sends it straight to 4.
Oh,
And a tip from Jake Edwards.
Brilliant
Read real well
pickup.
by the lib.
oh, and straight to the net.
Unfortunately, the backcourt opposite, number
Yeah.
76, slamming it into the net, unfortunately.
I think he jumped a bit too early there.
I'm not too sure, but boy, that man can jump.
Yeah,
He is doing
that is
very
true.
well.
The score is currently 9-7 York. If York win, oh,
Unfortunate by
fortunate service.
York middle there.
If York win this set, they've won the game. So it is.
I thought you meant if they win the point.
No.
Wow, I didn't think it was that much. What is the point
we
score right now, Lucas?
It is 9-8 to York, according to my system I have in front of me. Yeah, if York win the set, that is a win for York. So Lancaster have to do everything to pull ahead here. If they lose a set, it is over. Oh, and straight down from Lancaster's captain. Kostas does a great job there at beating the block. I think both setters here on both teams are very aggressive and they're making good use of that.
Number 77, the middle up to serve. I think that's the middle. He's tall enough to be a middle.
Yes, he is, 77. If I'm not wrong, that is Sam. Score is 9-9.
Jake Edwards trying to push the ball over. Are they sending it back to Jake?
Oh,
And a tip. No, what are they
unlucky
calling?
from Jake Edwards there.
Jake Edwards trying to play it smart, just tipping it around.
It would have been very good
Unfortunate.
placement.
Very good, but
But not enough
unfortunately
power there with that
cannot get
tip.
it above the net. Diane Hollows, the first referee for this match.
Sam Lau serve
Making a
again.
Great call.
Can the middle get an ace?
No, he can't.
The exact
Commentators curse.
opposite.
Straight into the net.
Unfortunate.
Meaning the Lancaster
Sam
libero
there.
comes straight back on.
He's laughing
with
it off,
Jake
Joe.
up to serve.
He's in good spirits. That's what you want. You want to keep your head up, keep pushing forward.
Great serve from Jake there, but the Lancaster setter seeing what he can do.
Oh. And Harry does try and tip that to fake York out, but it's straight into the net.
Looks like it's 11-9 to York right now. Getting this 2-point lead. Let's see if they can get it, or if Lancaster can pull it back and win the set.
In from York. A
And
brilliant.
a service ace from Jake Edwards. A deep float serve. You know he can do that, and he will
is
do that.
deadly with that. He is deadly with his deep floats. Lancaster have to be really careful. I think they've really got to rely on that overhand pass.
Jake Edwards up to serve again. Serving the same spot.
And
Sending it straight to Ollie.
down from Ollie. Off
And
the right arm of Connor. But it is unfortunately out. The score is currently 12-10 to York. 13-10 to
With
York.
Lancaster right now taking a timeout, needing.
I sense a bit of frustration on the court
there
on
seems to
Lancaster's
be.
side. I think it's important for them to keep their heads up at this point and really push for that set. That is their only option right now.
Looks like George is taking the lead in the timeout circle. Is explaining to them what the game plan is, what they're meant to do. And in the Lancaster side, there we go. Kostas taking a bit of a break on the bench, but still leading his team, trying to get to victory here.
Yeah. You've got to give it to him. He's doing a very good job.
I'll tell you what,
captain, coach, and player. Fair
Very
play
true.
to him.
I'll tell you what, Lucas, I see in a lot of sports around. I'm seeing basketball, I'm seeing badminton, there's some men's football players watching.
Yeah, I think a good mix of athletes here to support both teams.
Also some parents. I know that Jake to serve will continue after.
Oh,
Block touch from Moses.
let's
Set to the
see what
opposite.
Harry can do. Oh,
Unfortunate York not able to side out. They will continue. I know there's a few parents watching. I see some people
Yeah.
around. A New Zealand volleyball hat I saw. I know there's an Ali Ravenscroft
Yeah.
watching the live stream right now. Good to see the family and friends supporting Roses, even if they can't be here.
I think no matter, a serve out from Lancaster. But you know, I think no matter what the turnout is today, I think all friends and family watching can definitely be proud of each and every player on court today. Everyone is playing absolutely brilliantly, and this is currently a brilliant spectacle to watch. The score is currently 14-11 York.
Set back to the opposite. And an out hit.
Swing out.
He's done that a few too many times,
Yeah.
using his strength too much.
Ahmet struggled there. Hopefully he can get it back. He doesn't look too shook by that. He's resetting, getting ready to side out. Hopefully Lancaster can do their best to get that point back.
An outer system set from Lancaster. Let's see what they
Oh,
can do.
and another hit out from Ahmet. I think
Twice in a
York
row.
are really pressing here and maybe getting into Lancaster's heads a little bit. Let's see if Lancaster can reset and side out. And
Great
a nice
float
flow
serve.
from Chris, but good pickup from Connor. Oh, and a
great tip
brilliant,
from
brilliant
Lancaster.
tip from Harry. Yeah, it's just a bit too late to get there, but nonetheless, good hustle from the Yorks outside.
Number 75 from Lancaster up to serve.
Ahmet serve, let's see what he can do.
And an ace for number 75. Another deep float serve. They
And
seem to be
unfortunately
taking
by
the lead.
York's libero. As a libero myself, I can understand that frustration when a ball, when you think a ball's out, but it actually ends up being in. But let's hope York can reset. Oh,
And again, the middle on middle fight. The battle there between Moses
yeah. Tommy.
and Tommy.
Tommy is
Really going at it.
He's showing that aggression there, and it's paying off. Ahmed serve. Score is currently 16-14 York. Lancaster are closing that gap. Oh, and hit into the net from Yat. It seems the tempo shifting a little bit,
Looks
and
like
Lancaster
it.
are really picking up.
Yeah, with this game shifting, York have taken a timeout. George, the head coach, George Fraser, taking that decision.
Some good crowd work from women's two-player Orally for the York crowd right now.
I think I see Sam So with full. I think Sam So has taken that. Oh, I think that's Yash. I believe Sam So is in full white. face
Full
paint.
white as well. We love to see the commitment from
Interesting.
York.
And Lancaster not having too much rebuttal.
Some unsavory phrases coming from the crowd, but nonetheless, good energy from the Red Sea here today.
Game started back up again. 30-second timeout is done. Let's see what Ahmet can do with his serve.
Ahmet serve again. Let's see what he can do. Nicely picked up from York's Slave Jonah.
And a great set
Slam
from
down
Yat.
by Yat.
No blockers there.
No
a free
block
net.
whatsoever. He is on fire today. He should be very, very proud of himself.
Now the crowd have been screaming MVP throughout this entire match for Yat, number 17. I think he will get it if he continues to play like this.
Yeah, I think
And
later
I think he
on,
will
I'll be interested to see what he has to say about this match because he's been doing some great stuff.
And
Oh.
Lancaster.
They
throwing
give it straight back.
No.
Oh,
Connor has unfortunately hit the ball out. It looked very much in from our position.
It did look in from our
but
position.
just out. Very unfortunate.
ref's
Trying
call.
to show the strength back. A Yat versus Connor. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
I think Yat's prevailing right now.
Serve from York's middle, Moses.
A top spin onto their middle. Unfortunately taken out of system.
And a good roll shot from Lancaster there. Picked up nicely by York.
Bit of miscommunication there.
Yep.
Everyone's reset. Let's see what Lancaster can do.
Oh, and a block. Good use of the block there from Harry. Off Yat's hands and into the crowd.
I'm not too sure what Lancaster is saying right now. I hope it's
I
picked
don't
up
know,
by the
but
camera crew, but
it's good energy
they're
from
definitely
them.
bringing that energy.
Score is currently 18-16 York.
Looks
And
like
a
that's
serve
an
out by Lancaster's number 94. Tommy struggles to get that in.
Lancaster are not happy about that one. Energy is dropping just a bit, while York are keeping it up.
Lancaster's libero Samuel's back on. Hopefully he can help support that passing unit with Ollie's serve. Oh, just off the tape, nicely placed by Harry. He is doing very well today. Let's see what he can do with the serve.
Number 76. Jumper. Top spin serve.
Oh,
Received by Chris.
the good adjustment from Setter Jake.
And
a
roll
nice
shot
roll
from
shot
Yat.
from Yat.
There we go. Let's start screaming MVP for Yat.
The versatility is brilliant today. Typically with lower level volleyball players, their hits are often predictable. But this is not what we're seeing today.
We've also seen a yellow card presented by Diane to the Lancaster team.
Oh.
Again, I think the aggression of this match is getting to both teams.
You've
So
got to be
let's see how it plays
very,
out.
very careful.
Great serve from Yat, taken by Connor. Sent to the opposite.
And
not
straight
able to
into the
convert
net
it.
by Harry.
Definitely getting his aggression up.
He's frustrated, but I'm sure he'll pick his head up. He's been playing brilliantly today, and I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot more from him. Harry.
Being told by the ref to keep it calm. Let's see
Score is 21-17 to York.
what York
This
can
could be
do.
close.
A great serve from York straight down the line. Received by Ollie. Sent to Chris. And a monster
and a
block
nice
from
pick
York.
up from Jake, but Yat couldn't quite get there in time. A very hard ball to get to, but nonetheless, very good hustle from York.
Great block from Yanko.
And well done to Lancaster. Siding out nicely there in preparation for Connor's serve. 21-18, York.
Connor up to serve. Good receive from Yat. Sent back to Chris.
Oh.
And an out hit. Lancaster reading that ball very well. Taking that block down just a bit to not let Chris use it.
The gap's closing. It's closing. It's getting tighter and tighter. 21-19 to York.
Could
Lancaster
this be the time
could
to
save
take
themselves
a timeout?
here.
And it is. I've called it perfectly. George Frazier calling a timeout for York, but nobody seems to be leaving the court.
Yeah, there we go.
And the second ref indicating the timeout.
Yeah. A bit of a communication issue there, but I think it was all sorted. See, this is tactically very clever by George right now. Hoping to disrupt the serve from Lancaster, side out, and finish the set to claim the win. I wonder what Costa's saying to the Lancaster players right now.
I think
They're
they've
in a
got to be saying they've got to watch out for Chris's hard hits and especially Ollie's cross-court hits.
They're in a very tough position, but I'm sure they can pull it back. Both teams are at a very high level today, and it could go either way. Let's see if this timeout will pay off and disrupt Connor's serve.
Let's see, number 90 up to serve.
Oh, and a good pickup from Yat. Could Chris get it down? Oh, and it is nicely placed.
It is in.
Deep.
A very, very high rolling
Brilliant
shot.
placement. The outside, Connor struggle to get there. It's a hard ball. You never know
I'm
whether
not
it's in
gonna
or
lie.
out.
That looked like a beach volleyball shot to me, so maybe he's telling Connor, yeah, I can play your sport as well.
Who knows, maybe. Maybe they've done their research, and I'm sure they have. Serve from James. Good pick up from Lancaster's lib. Oh.
And a good pick up from Jake.
And into the wall.
Side wall.
Point for Lancaster. Very.
Now, talking about parents earlier, I think I might have just seen, now, apologies if I am wrong, but I think I've seen the men's one York captain's family in the audience here wanting to get the win for York in both this game and the entirety of Roses. A great
and
serve
a
by
brilliant
number
pickup
77.
from York's libero. Straight
And Chris.
down from Chris Hartley.
Destroying that
I'm
ball
sure
with a
Jake's
perfect
parents who are
roll.
watching right now are very, very proud of their son. It
That
could
is
be
an
a York win,
amazing hit.
but who knows? He's got to keep pushing. Hopefully, he can stir things up with his nice float serve right now.
23-20 to York. 2 points in it for York.
And a failed
88
setter.
Costas has messed up his setter dub, not getting over the
Some
net.
frustration from Costas there.
This is not just set point for York and everyone to hype up. Let's see what Jake Edwards can do
The
here.
sea of white is going crazy.
Good pass from Lancaster.
And
a great pickup from...
And it's
Is
still
it
in.
up?
It's still in. Oh, unfortunately, York couldn't quite get that over.
Going through the roof. I don't even know what you call them. The roof supports. Unfortunately, I think the lights might have messed Chris up and is not able to convert the
Let's see if
ball.
Costas
One
can
more
get this
point.
back for Lancaster.
For game. Good pass from York. Sent
And
it to
straight
Chris.
down
And Chris
from
has
York.
killed that ball.
York has secured their first win in I don't know how many years, but they have done it. York ones have won.
That's it. York, 3
They are
sets
absolutely
to 1.
ecstatic. And I think both teams showed great skill, but it is a well-deserved win from York.
And everybody in the York crowd is on their feet screaming, cheering
What
for the
a game.
men's one team. This is a great,
What energy.
great game. Nothing short of monumental for all these players. Everybody playing their heart out. I see tears already from the team. Both teams playing as much as they can do, and they did.
Yeah, Lancaster, fair play to them. They were very difficult to beat,
Everybody.
but York did prove themselves in the end. Very well done to York ones. I think in a couple of minutes we will be joining some of the players
Hopefully.
to give them a post-match interview. The York crowd is going crazy at the moment, but once the energy settles down, we'll get some feedback from the players on both York and Lancaster.
And York screaming their hearts out. Lucas, do you want to go over? I'll stay here.
Yeah, I'll go over. Let's see what the production team is saying, but hopefully
We can get some interviews, get some thoughts from both York and Lancaster if Lancaster are willing
Harry.
to. What a great game. Now we're getting ready for the women's first
Yes.
game, which is a game supporting the women.
Okay, so I will be moving over shortly onto court to interview some of the players. But I think, yeah, all we can say right now is that was an absolutely brilliant game to witness. York have been hungry for this win. Yeah.
Everybody storming onto the court, from parents to fans to people who have never watched volleyball before. Everybody is happy for this York win.
Okay. Okay, we're going to sign off for 5 minutes and we'll see you in a second. we should interview Harry and Costas
Yeah.
and James and Jake.
What do you want to ask?
How do you feel about the loss? What do you think you could have done differently?
Maybe don't ask that, because that's a bit bad to ask straight after the game. How are they going to recover?
What plans?
We're doing Lancaster first.
I'll go get you guys after.
It's corner.
Unlucky corner. Mate, you did so good today.
Camera's this one, so
Brilliant.
it's here.
I'll try to get Costas after you as well.
I mean, it's just other than
Yeah, of course.
Should I go?
Yeah, you go first.
Oh, I think we've just lost our interviewee, but here we go. There's number 88, Costas, the captain and setter. Number 90, Connor, the club president. Guys, first of all, congratulations. You know, that was amazing, genuinely. That was the best volleyball I've seen played in my life.
If you watch back the commentating, you guys getting a lot of attention. I was very impressed with both of you with your placement today, the energy. It was great. How do you feel after the performance today?
After the losses, no one feels good. But yeah, we tried our best. I think everyone played at a great level today. We had a good boot camp coming up here. Everyone, I think, improved by a lot. They showed it here. It just wasn't enough for today.
Yeah. I mean, it's fair play to York. They played really well. They made us work. It's always hard when it's inside. It was really warm today. It made it difficult for us with the float serves and things like that. It's fair play to York. We could have played better. It's one of those days. It happens. Yeah.
And quick question, how do you think the rest of the games will go for the other teams?
Volleyball.
I think the women have a good chance for Lancaster. We have a good chance of winning. I think second teams, again, we have a really good chance of winning. They have amazing seasons, both teams, all teams. Yeah.
And looking ahead to next year's Roses, what might you do differently? Is there anything you might change up or have in mind that could be done?
I mean, we're gonna lose a lot of players next year. It's gonna be a completely different team, I think. Home Rose is always a bit better for us. The atmosphere is a bit better. The atmosphere is really good here today. It's hard to play in one of those atmospheres. So I think the home atmosphere next year will be the big thing, and a new set of lads coming in, different ideas. We'll see how it goes.
Costas, I think you're having to go. Diane's just come to. I think you have to sign a few papers. So if we can keep Connor.
Yeah, we'll
Costas,
keep Connor.
I think you got
for
some
now.
official duties to do.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
but really nice to meet you, man. Good job
Very
today.
much. Good game. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Connor. Right,
Nice.
that was.
Yeah, that was the Lancaster president and captain there.
And now
I
we
think
have some of the York players approaching. Really good job today, guys.
Well done, guys. Well done, everyone. Mr. MVP, that's what I've been
So yeah,
hearing.
is it confirmed you're today's MVP?
No.
Not quite yet.
Our friends just yelled at. I don't know if that.
Well, I think certainly for the York crowds, I did hear a lot of
I think so.
MVP screams
of
for
chants
Yats. So
throughout the
guys,
entire game.
how do we feel about today's game and how it went?
I'm really happy with the effort we put in. So I personally had a really slow start to the game. I struggled for the first set or two, and I was really in my head. And thanks to my teammates for really talking me out of it. I think yeah, the home crowd really pulled us through.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing. We started off like a bit slow, but then towards the end of like each set, we would just really bring it up. And the crowd was absolutely amazing today. Like we would not have been able to get in their heads and play the way we did without them. Like.
Yeah.